Hey guys, in this video I want to introduce you to something called the neuter gender. Now, of course, in Latin every noun has a gender, masculine, feminine, or neuter. We've already said that the gender of a noun does not necessarily indicate maleness or femaleness. Of course, all females will be feminine in gender and all males will be masculine in gender. But every noun in Latin has a gender. So, for instance, the noun mensa means table, but it is a feminine noun. It's not making a statement about whether tables are considered to be female. It's just the category that it belongs to. So we're going to have a lot of nouns that are either masculine or feminine that in English we would consider them to be neuter. That is, if we substituted a pronoun for them, we would substitute the pronoun it, not he or she. But in Latin, that's not always the case. However, there is a neuter gender in Latin. The neuter gender is part of the second declension. It's also part of the third declension, but we're going to be learning about second declension neuter nouns. And the first thing you need to understand is that second declension neuter nouns, for the most part, take the same endings as second declension masculine nouns. So if I draw my noun chart, first I need to write my 5 cases: nominative, genitive, dative, accusative, and ablative. And then I'm going to have singular nouns and plural nouns, of course. Here's my noun chart. Now, for the masculine second declension forms, we've learned the chant us, e, o, o, e, orum, is, os, is. And the second declension neuter nouns are going to take these endings with a few slight modifications. The reason we have these modifications is because we have something called the neuter rules. There are 2 neuter rules in Latin. The first neuter rule is that the nominative and the accusative have to match one another. In other words, your nominative endings and your accusative endings are going to look exactly the same. You have to determine, based upon the context of a sentence, whether any given neuter noun is either nominative or accusative when it has the ending on it. Then in addition to that, in the plural, the nominative and accusative must end in a short a every time. So the way that we're going to apply those rules to our chant, we're going to get rid of this. And so for neuter nouns, we're going to have This is going to be the same. Now they match. In the nominative and accusative plural, though, it's got to be a short a. So we're going to get rid of those 2 endings and supply the short a. So now we have our second declension neuter endings. E, o, a, orum, is, a, is. The hardest part to remember is the a in the nominative and accusative plural. So you need to chant this and look at it at the same time so that you don't chant the wrong thing. So the second declension masculine chant, us, e, o, e, orum, is, os, is. And then the second declension neuter chant, e, o, a, orum, is, a, is. Rule number 1, the nominative and accusative have to match, so it changes here. Rule number 2, the nominative and accusative plural has to be a short a, so we change both of these here. Otherwise, the rest of your endings are the same as they are in the second declension masculine chant. I hope this has been helpful, and I'll see you next time.